with myself, the host, Jill Ann Collins, and our guest, Cassandra Tucker of Divine Purity, a Chattanooga resident and entrepreneur. We're going to be talking about Cassandra's business, her art, which I consider art because I've seen her in motion and in action. And her products are incredible. Her spirit is incredible. And I'm really excited to have Cassandra here today. Welcome, Cassandra.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so, I'm going to first let people know a little bit of what's going on in Chattanooga this weekend because the list is longer than it would take the whole show. Chattanooga, so active and so much going on for the arts. Tonight at the Hunter Museum from 6 to 8 is event with the CHI Memorial Foundation, and it's Art for Health lecture series. And this is going to include a Southern author, poet, storyteller, performers. So there's a lot going on at the Hunter tonight. You can just go on the huntermuseum.org website to get more details. And then, as always, Nightfall, Friday nights, 7 o'clock at Miller Plaza. The first Fridays, we're going to be continuing throughout the summer, starting at the Bessie Smith Cultural Center at 5 o'clock with activities, music, DJs, and then wandering over to Nightfall at 7. So you can start at 5 and go on till 10 o'clock with your family and friends and have a wonderful time on Friday nights with just that one event in Chattanooga. And you can go to Nooga.com, Chattanooga Fun, searches like that to find out the multitude of things there are to do in Chattanooga. So another neat thing going on this weekend is for children, the Little Owl Festival, and that's at Audubon Acres. And that's May 14th, 11 to 6 p.m. And it's musicians, performers, arts and crafts, historical demos, food vendors, children's activities, and all the proceeds from that do go to the Audubon Society. So it is also a great charity event. And ChattanoogaAudubon.org is where you can go for more information on that. There's a free concert, which is so common in Chattanooga, May 15th, 3 to 4 p.m. at Ringgold High. And this is kind of neat because it's a all-volunteer symphony band. And Jim Saunders is the conductor of this, and it's going to be at the high school at Ringgold High. So again, May 15th, 3 to 4 p.m. Come and support our volunteers for the symphony band. Rock the Block, that's the thing we just talked about from 5 at the Bessie Smith, and that's the first Friday of every month, along with all the art galleries in Chattanooga that also have First Friday. The galleries are open. A lot of the artists are present. You can go have some snacks and drinks and socialize with the artists and enjoy all the beauty that is offered there. Maybe purchase something great for your home and support the local artists. Rick Springfield is coming to the Tivoli May 22nd, and he's going to do an intimate solo performance. That's something you can also just look up the Tivoli Theater online. They'll give you more information on that. Also, just remind you about the new Sculpture Park Montague Fields that has opened up, and that is a beautiful new sculpture park in Chattanooga. You can go to sculpturefields.org to find out more about that, and it's worth a trip to just go out there and see the beautiful sculptures. Great variety, great artists. So we could go on and on because there are so many things going on in Chattanooga, but I'd like to chat a little bit with Cassandra. I read your bio a few times, as I've known you for a little bit now. And what would you like to kind of tell people about how Divine Purity came into being?
Divine Purity went through many facets before it came to be what it is now. We started off as a mentoring program for young girls, and it kind of morphed into natural products once my grandmother came to stay with us. So we started taking care of ourselves holistically. So that's how we are where we are now. So, yeah.
I understood from reading your bio and your website that you believe the natural approach that has been given to you is basically a gift.
Yeah, I do. A lot of people ask me, well, Cassandra, how did you get it? God gave it to me. That is my only explanation. Whenever things mess up, I dream about it and I fix it. And it is a God thing. So I don't believe that everybody can do it. I do believe that everyone they have their own special, unique gifts, and this one just happens to be mine.
Yeah, I met Cassandra and Divine Purity at the Chattanooga market last summer, and I was immediately impressed with her vibrance, her smile, her welcoming spirit. And then she did a sugar scrub on one of my hands, and she's tricky that way. And for the rest of the time, as I went through the market, I thought, oh my goodness, this hand is so soft, and the other just felt all rough, and I went back to her, and ever since then, I've just been using Divine Purity and, enjoying Cassandra's very outgoing approach at life and sharing her gifts and her thoughts. So, can you tell me a little bit about that, Cassandra? You seem to really enjoy sharing about your industry, but it does go a little further than that for you.
Yes, because, from my background, coming from where I came from, I'm from Pulaski, Tennessee, and I was born and raised in the projects of Pulaski, Tennessee. And so with that, I think that people need to see that it's not so much of where you come from. It is being able to operate in the gifts that God has given you. And, the thing about it is we only have one life and one life only. And you can't stay stuck in the mud and stuck with feeling that you can't do a certain thing. There are absolutely no limits with life.
Yeah, I agree with that. It'll throw the curveballs in, but I've seen the local entrepreneurs that I've met in Chattanooga and beyond pick themselves back up and go through adversity. And I know that you've gone through a lot of adversity growth, some recent changes.
Yes.
So, Divine Purity, what can you kind of give us an overview of what your products are, why they're special, and maybe how you created them? How did that come about?
Okay, so the growth of Divine Purity. I've been doing Divine Purity since 2012, well, the latter part of 2011, 2012, the beginning part. And I quit my job in 2014 to pursue my dream full time.
I think we met 6 months after that.
Yes.
Yes.
And so from the transition of having a full-time job to going to having no full-time job. Now I am married and my husband still works full-time, but in that same scope, you have to realize that our household was based upon 2 full-time incomes. So one left. And so there was a lot of things that happened. We had to really depend on our faith. We had to depend on God more than we had ever had in our lives in order to make it through those transitions. So luckily, here we are now. We are currently a year and a half into this, and we are now in 7 different locations throughout the region. Locally, we are in Harvest Grocery. We are in Belvoir Gardens. We just got in Nutrition World. We are in Mountain Outfitters in Mount Eagle. We are in Knoxville Soap and Candles in Knoxville, of course. And seems like I'm missing one more, the Accent Mark in Cleveland. So for anyone who is looking to go out on their own, please know that it's hard. It can get rough sometimes, but you have to stay steadfast. You have to keep going in the direction that God told you to go, regardless of what it may look like.
That's encouraging, Cassandra, because as a local artist myself, my website is vanguardartistry.com. And I'm a little bit in that position where I'm branching off to make that more of my dream, my full-time life. And Cassandra has been an inspiration to me, I have to say, because I've seen, the struggles that it's taken for her to come from 6 months being into this to now. And the growth is amazing. And I'm curious, Cassandra, out of the stores that you just listed, that are now carrying your products, what's the percentage would you say of those that are also local businesses, locally owned, that are bringing the local craftsmen and artisans into their stores?
Both nutrition, well, all 3 of the ones, well, as a matter of fact, most of them are locally owned, which of course Knoxville isn't here. Well, Knoxville is Knoxville, but as far as Chattanooga is concerned, we know Belvoir Gardens is locally owned and operated, and he has a lot of local artisans work in there. Nutrition World, they've been around for years, and there's a lot of local artisans there. And we know Harvest Grocery, they focus on local artisans as well.
Yeah, so it's local. Even the Knoxville local store, it's still local to me.
Yes.
You know, it's not Chattanooga, but we're supporting artisans everywhere and local commerce for each city. So that's fantastic. And, you know, this is a goal, I think, of a lot of the local entrepreneurs that I'm meeting in Chattanooga, is that networking, supporting of one another. I know you're very active, and you have something else. You have something going on right now, some sort of contest, or what was that?
Well, I haven't started it yet. And what I'm looking to do is team up with other small businesses to highlight on our Divine Purity Facebook page. And I'll be doing giveaways, which I'll be able to give away some of their stuff so people can experience their stuff as well as Divine Purity. So we'll be teaming up with small businesses just to get it out there, because we're a community. We're a community of people who are trying to pave the way, who are trying to make it. And so sometimes it just takes an extra push of someone else. I know I surely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and other people being able to see the uniqueness of Divine Purity, which I didn't answer a question earlier. You asked me what made Divine Purity different and what made it special. Divine Purity is made with so much love. It's made with everything that I'm made of. You know what I mean? It's made with
sugar and spice and everything
nice. Yes. And so with what it is that I do, I will say, if I'm in a bad mood, I will not make products, because my energy, I feel like my energy goes into this. And so I want everyone to be able to feel that special touch when they smell or whenever they feel Divine Purity. So Divine Purity is Cassandra. So.
That's awesome, because, you know, as an artist, I get to work even when I'm upset or feeling dark, because I can do a dark piece and that can be accepted and interpreted a different way. But the energy, that I understand that completely. You want goodness, and you, from what I understand, and then we kind of passed by this a little bit ago, you expressed in your bio that your grandmother's life, you believe, was extended considerably by you reaching into the natural world, reaching into your heart, and reaching out to her.
Absolutely. My grandmother moved in with my husband and I in 2009, and it was August. And so by that December, she was diagnosed with a plethora of diseases. Kidney failure, she had congestive heart failure, she had cancer. There was a number of things, the renal failure being the main component. She was really too old to take to be on dialysis. So at this time, now you have to think about this. This is an old Southern Black woman. So she was raised on chitlins, pork chops, fatback, you name it. Okay. So that's what she was used to eating. Well, I've
had pork chops before out of those, being from the North originally.
Yeah. So she was raised on those things. And so whenever the doctor expressed to us at that time in that December that she had 6 months to live, I was like, okay, something has to happen, you know? So my husband and I, our children, our household, we all changed our diet. Okay. And we went on a more natural based diet. We traded in the fatback for turmeric, coriander, and different herbs that would, you know, make the food flavorful, and to the point where she would still eat it.
Good.
And then from that, it did extend her life for 2 years, and she didn't go on dialysis at all. Her creatinine levels, which that has everything to do with the kidneys, it leveled out. So she was able to live for an additional 2 years.
That's fantastic. And was this experience directly connected to your desire to initiate the Divine Purity company and the product line?
It was. That started, now Divine Purity had been created a while ago,
okay,
because it was a mentoring program. And so I had put it down for a while, but once we started really eating differently and just learning how to meditate, there were several things that we went through in that time period. That's how the skincare product line of Divine Purity birthed, because not only did we we start with like caring about what we put in our body. We started caring about what we put on our skin. And so when you go to the stores, they're riddled. The products are riddled with just junk. And I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I will say that 60% of what goes onto our skin, it goes directly into our bloodstream. And so our products, they don't have any parabens, which I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I will inform you, parabens have been directly linked to breast cancer. And it's pretty much found in everything. And so that started our whole process. We cared about what we put on our skins. We cared about what we put in our bodies. Now we're moving into what we have in our space.
There you go. And that's
because it's sacred.
So you've brought out and you know, this is the ArtBeat of Chattanooga, and you might think, well, this isn't art. To me, this is art. I've seen Cassandra develop her product line, and this is therapeutic aroma mist Nag Champa. And you have how many varieties of scents?
I have 5 different scents. And the great thing about this is so universal. You can use it as a yoga mat cleanser.
You can buy the hand-painted yoga mats from me.
Yes.
Get your cleanser from Cassandra. There you go.
Yes. Just like a divine combination, right?
Right.
You can spray it on yourself as a mist. You can spray it on your linen. You can spray it in your room. You can spray it in your car. So the other great thing about Divine Purity is that everything that we have can be used in more than one way. So that is the candle that you have. That is our #1 seller, Soul. And the great thing about it is it's made out of coconut wax, which is cleaner, a little bit cleaner than your soy. And you can use this on your skin so it can double as a massage candle. It burns anywhere between 40-45 hours, and it burns all the way down, so you get all of your candle. And what you don't get, you can scoop out and put it on your skin.
And it's beautiful. You know, that's the thing is, I know that Cassandra's conceptualization of her packaging, the herbs and flowers sprinkled on top, the candle that basically saved me from possibly burning down my place. Recently, I was burning my favorite candle, Mantra, and it just makes me happy. I love this scent. And this wick is a bamboo or wood?
It's just wood.
It's a wooden wick, and it's different. It's a little, about a ½ an inch wide, thin wooden wick. And when you burn it, it crackles a little bit and kind of sparkles. And I went to leave the other day, and I heard a noise. Turned everything off, you know, because I'm trying to save money, all that. And I hear crackle, crackle, crackle. And sure enough, my candle was still going. So that alerted me, and I was able to not come home to potentially a big issue. So thank you, Cassandra, for that.
You're so welcome. See, Divine Purity not only saves lives, it truly saves lives.
And it improves, you know, and it's art. The definition of art is basically, you know, our response to something is beautiful. And this to me falls in those categories, the pleasure that you get from these products and the enjoyment. It's an art. And I know it's an art to Cassandra. And so that's, you know, why we're talking about this on AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio, where we're all talk. We're about our business. We're about Chattanooga, politics, the world, the arts, you name it. And we like to talk about it. So my website, I'm also a local artist, and vanguardartistry.com. I have work hanging at Cupelli Massage, and that's Cupelli.com. And I've illustrated a book with the author Fred Ballou, Poems from a Secret Garden. And there's 10 illustrations in here that we worked on together for a couple years. And there's about 15 years of poetry in here. This is available on Amazon.com. It's about 140 pages. Really well-written, beautiful book of poetry. Book. Kind of a lost art nowadays, poetry. And this author, you know, challenges me, because when I write, it's a quick emotional dump. You're done. Fred knows how to write poetry. It's beautiful. It's constructed. It reaches the soul. So it's a very good book. So you can check that out on Amazon.com as well. So, well, Cassandra, we got about 1 minute left. What would you like to say as far as the artistic inspiration that you're feeling for Divine Purity right now?
Oh my gosh. So I really can't share all my secrets. I just know that 2017 is going to be a great year.
Woo!
And there are a lot of big things happening. So please feel free to reach out to us on any social media outlet under Divine Purity. You can also check out our website, www.divinepuritynatural.com.
I'm sorry, I should have done that for you, but I think I'm going to have you stay for the second segment if you want, Cassandra. We'll talk a little bit more about maybe some of the nitty gritty of the artistic life, the rigors of it. Maybe we've talked about the inspiration, but the local entrepreneur, the local businessman here in Chattanooga in the arts, it can be an uphill battle.
It can be.
And, I hope that you'll share some of that with us in the next segment, too.
I surely will.
Wonderful. Great. And you've got your son here. He's been watching. He's homeschooled. He's on a field trip. It's awesome.
Yes, I love homeschool. Homeschooling is great. Great.
Thank you, Cassandra.
You're welcome. So, second segment. Are we already in the second segment?
No, we're going to turn off the music in a minute and go to the next thing in 16 seconds.
I'm blowing everything up. We're starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down. Conflict works. Allow it.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Right here and everywhere. Noon Eastern.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240. Finding just the right place to live can be a daunting task. Stop your search. In Chattanooga, the place to live is Cross Creek Villas for under $1,000 and available for immediate move-in. You can enjoy this 2-bedroom split layout, over 1,000 square feet, 9-foot ceilings, an extra-large patio or balcony. And don't forget to ask about their preferred employer program. Cross Creek Villas is a gated community, offering a 24-hour fitness facility, a beautiful pool and hot tub, and Cross Creek Villas is pet-friendly. Stroll the pet park with your best friend and enjoy the free use of their business center and clubhouse. Plus, if you mention you heard this on the radio, your application fee is free. Cross Creek Villas, close to downtown off of Highway 58. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com. That's crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. That's 894-0446. Redefine the way you live at Cross Creek Villas. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. Cross Creek Villas.
MLS 2239. What would you do with all that cash? Listen up, y'all. Ben Phillips here. Home Rate Mortgage. 805-9100. $1,200. That's how much we just put back in a Saudi Daisy family's pocket per month. All they did was pick up the phone. 805-9100. That's 805-9100. Get that quick quote now. 805-9100. HomeRateMortgage.com. MLS 2239. Do you want to achieve the American dream in 2016? Listen up, y'all. I'm Ben Phillips with Home Rate Mortgage. 805-9100. We just helped a police officer purchase his first home in East Brainerd. Now he's grilling and chilling on his back deck. The American dream. You could achieve it with no money down options. Why wouldn't you call? 805-9100. HomeRateMortgage.com.
Shake, shake, shake it at Five Guys Burgers and Fries. The most delicious and unique milkshakes. How about this for delicious and different? Add freshly cooked bacon to any milkshake.
Is that even legal?
You bet your milkshake and booty it is. Chocolate caramel bacon shake. Coffee caramel shake. All hand blended. Shake, shake, shake it. Down at Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Just about any flavor shake that you can imagine. And they are delicious. Get your shake, shake, shake on at Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Five Guys Burgers and Fries, located in Hickson at North Point. Gun Barrel at the Walmart Center. Downtown 4th and Broad. And in Cleveland at Keith and Stewart.
Hi, I'm Adam Disbro, the owner and the head surgeon of Cell Surgeon. Broken screen? You need it repaired now. We can do that. We'll have your phone repaired within the hour. No hassle, no mess, no stress. We love fixing cell phones. Your cell phone has become part of your daily activities. You've noticed your cell phone is not charging properly. It could be a charge port issue or your charger. Come in for free. We'll test your phone and your charger. You have an expensive phone. Don't feed it with a cheap charger. A cheap charger can actually damage your device. Our high-quality chargers are affordable. Cell Surgeon, 140 Northgate Mall Drive, right next to Old Chicago Pizza. 423-668-0100. www.thecellsurgeon.com. Please like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thecellsurgeon.
Get $10 off a screen repair. Mention Hot News Talk Radio. Broken screen, phone not charging, water damage, battery given out. Cell Surgeon in Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza. Check us out on Facebook. Open Sunday. Cell Surgeon. We bring your phone back to life.
Hi, I'm Sabrina with Sabrina Realty Associates. Now is a great time to sell your home. In our area, inventory is at an all-time low, which translates into higher sales prices. Call us today at 423-499-7780 to set up a free consultation and discuss our unique and aggressive marketing programs. We will provide you with a free market analysis to determine the right value of your home. Call us today at 423-499-7780 or visit our website at sabrinarealty.com.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Just imagine not a cloud in the sky. It's the perfect day on the water. You could be enjoying boating with friends or wetting your line to catch a fish. Or maybe it's just you and that special someone on a sunset cruise. All of this without the hassle of owning a boat with your membership in the Carefree Boat Club. As you relax and spend time with the ones you care about, you have the peace of mind of knowing you're a member of the Carefree Boat Club. Weekends were made for relaxing and being hassle-free, just like the Carefree Boat Club. Let us take the worry out of boat ownership. No matter if you enjoy fishing, skiing, cruising the lake, or maybe even an overnight adventure, we have a boat for you at the Carefree Boat Club. Start making memories today. Call 423-619-7156 to join. Boating season is here, so do not wait. Call now, 423-619-7156. Carefree Boat Club is located at the Harbor Lights Marina, 9718 Hickson Pike.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Expect scattered showers and storms are rolling from the south and west through the afternoon. Warm and humid highs, lower 80s tonight. Lingering showers and thunder showers will diminish after midnight, lows near 60. For Friday, a drier day, more comfortable, high 78 to 80, looking good for the weekend as well. This forecast is brought to you by Larry's Buffet in Trenton. Open Thursdays through Sundays, featuring some of the finest home-style cooking around. That's Larry's, just off 559 on Highway 136 West Trenton. And I'm Storm Team 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Hoare.
On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
Welcome back to Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio, the ArtBeat of Chattanooga, where we talk about all things artistic, creative endeavors, entrepreneurs in Chattanooga and beyond. We have with us today Cassandra Tucker.
Hello, hello.
CEO, production manager, and advertiser of Divine Purity.
Yes, all those titles.
Yes, lots of titles, lots of hats. And I think I'm just going to mention a few things. For one thing, we're streaming live on Facebook right now. So you can go to the Hot News Talk Radio Facebook page and see us streaming live. We're streaming live on YouTube. And if you go to our Hot News Talk Radio website, click YouTube, you can get the stream there. You can also go to TuneIn Radio app and listen to our station there. And we have another interesting thing, a weather app called the Bloom Sky app. And I guess that shows what's happening right now and like real-time weather. I don't know that much about it, but it sounds like it's very interesting, maybe something you'd like to see. And the other thing is we have a call-in line, and that number is 423-800-8949, 423-800-8949. Feel free to call in and speak with me or Cassandra. If you have any questions or comments, we're just going to talk about a few things this next segment that I think are pretty interesting. We're going to switch gears for just a minute and talk a little bit about art. Mention again, Nightfall, the event at the Hunter Museum, the Audubon event for children going on. list is so long of what goes on in Chattanooga. You Google it, Nooga.com, ChattanoogaFun.com. I mean, I've just searched a lot of different things, the Pulse, a lot of other different things that will tell you what's happening in Chattanooga. There's no reason to be bored. There's no reason to stay home.
Absolutely not.
There's free music. There's free venues, chilled, relaxed family things going on. I always love going down on the South Shore and watching the kids sled down the hill on the cardboard boxes. I'm thinking I'd bring wax paper. Woo! You know.
Well, you know what? Why does the fun have to be for kids? I think I'd do it, right?
Yeah. I think wax paper, you go faster. I was watching them trying to go down. I'm like, I don't know. I'd maybe grease it up a little. So it's a great city, and that's what the ArtBeat of Chattanooga is all about. You know, local artisans that many are all basically also local entrepreneurs, because that's what we need to be. We need to market ourselves. We have to sell ourselves, and we have to keep our dream in our heart to keep going. And that's one thing about Cassandra, that she works very hard and lets that dream flow and gives the energy to others. And that's a part of art, and it's part of something you said earlier, Cassandra, really pleased me. And it was when we spoke about your giveaway that you have coming, you're working together with another local artisans on your website and things. And this is what I shared when David and he interviewed me one time, David Tulis, and he brought up the In-Town Gallery, which is a co-op gallery right next to Cupelli Massage, which is where I currently have kind of a little gallery starting, and that's Cupelli.com. It's right on River Street, directly across from Coolidge Park. So, but the same thing that you said, and this is the spirit that I see in Chattanooga. It's not a spirit of competition or scarcity and competition. It's a spirit of let's help each other. There's enough room for all of our creative abilities and our dreams to be shared and to support one another. And that is really something I've seen here in Chattanooga, as opposed to some of the northern cities I've lived in the art communities I've been in. And it's one of the reasons I love Chattanooga. And I also saw in your bio that you chose to stay in Chattanooga when you had a potential option to go. Did I understand that correctly?
I have. It took me a while. Now with Chattanooga, I'm not originally from Chattanooga. And so for a while, Chattanooga was not my favorite place to be. And a lot of that had to do with surroundings, the group, the people. And we have to remember about energy. We attract who we are.
The law of attraction.
We attract who we are.
Big concept going around. A lot of information on that.
Right. And they say opposites attract, but that's not true. You attract what you are. It is a direct reflection of who you are. So the moment that I changed is the moment that my circles changed. And I tapped more into my creative side. So therefore, there were creatives that were attracted back to me because I was tapping into that. And I want to, so I no longer want to leave. Not right now anyway. I think I'm still maybe, I want to venture up north, kind of sort of near the beach. Not really up north. It's still south. I'm looking Virginia or somewhere like that. I think I would like it. But Chattanooga does have a spirit of entrepreneurship. And I will say, when it comes to competition, I think that it truly depends on your circle. And that is true. I've been blessed. There is a local local artist. Excuse me. Her name is Denicia, and she is of Natural Affinity. She has connected me to so many outlets. I mean, it is amazing. We do the same thing. She's a little bit more into the essential oils, but she has given me great connections. No competition, none whatsoever. We spread love. That's what we're about. We don't want to compete with one another because there is enough room at the table for everyone to sit and eat.
Yes. Each person's art, each person's creativity, person in a different level. And Denicia, Natural Affinity, another wonderful, creative local artisan, has a shop in Dunlap.
Yes.
Beautiful little shop. It's definitely worth visiting. And it's another family business, husband and wife run business. They do a great job. They also go to the market. Now, the market is something, the Chattanooga market, it's full of artisans. I mean, I go there and I compare myself. Of course, I don't want to, but it's, artisans always compare. You can't help it. Like, well, I would like to be able to do that, but this is what I do. But tell us a little bit about what it's like to be a part of the Chattanooga market. It's not all, fun and all that. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is a lot of work. We have to set up every week. So there's a lot of, and you know what? There's magic. I'm gonna use the term magic that happens when you have to set up a 10 by 10 space, make it attractive to the point where people want to see what you have. Okay, so it's a lot of interaction with people. It's a lot of setting up, taking down. So you get to experience it all. It's almost like having your own store for what, 5 hours, and really see what it's like.
It's a lot about your husband building you a sink.
Yes, he
and then
did.
Loading it in the vehicle and hauling it around.
Yes, and
all
oh my
kinds of
gosh!
things.
And then whenever he's not available, I never realized how much I depended on my husband until he wasn't there. And my husband has this old truck. It's a 19, I don't know how old that truck is, 72 Chevy C10. And it's old, okay? And so he had to work.
It's probably a classic. Come on, he probably thinks of it as a classic.
It is a classic, but not to me.
Right.
I need something newer, but it's okay. I had to load that thing up and I had to drive it to the market. And that day I really proved something to myself. I proved that I'm a survivor. I can do this.
Right.
I was built for this.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, along with all of this, you are also having started a new endeavor that in your creative life. And I guess I'm curious as to, you've begun homeschooling your one son? One son.
Yes.
You have two. I hope they help you haul all this heavy stuff to the
They
market.
do whenever they're available.
They're good boys. And I say his name wrong every time.
Kyron.
I always want to say Kyron. Probably because we have Keon Rose, who does our sports, and that name just stuck in my head. But Kyron is actually here in the studio with us today, and kind of a field trip, But my question, I guess, is like, as a homeschooling mom, how are you going to fill in the aspects of life that the school sometimes provides in the arts, music, sports, even, which isn't artistic related, but especially how are you going to enrich his life into the world of the arts and that sort of thing?
The great thing about it is that I'm surrounded by artistic people like you, Jill. So with homeschooling,
didn't we do some drawing the one time already? The boys and I did a drawing together. I just remembered that.
Yes, you came over and you were like, my goodness. I mean, because you brought your pad over, and you guys just started on your creative journey.
Now
and
I
it
have to
was
see those
amazing.
drawings they did again. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
Okay.
So I think that art is very important. And it actually helps children to be able to express themselves in so many different ways. And now with funding and all those things, there are certain things that are being taken out of the out of school. The kids are no longer learning how to write in cursive. Writing in cursive is an art. That's the reason why they have calligraphy pens. Things like that.
Right, this is true.
And so when arts and creativity and self-expression, all those things matter. So Kyron is able to get in on a whole lot of different art. Even whenever it comes to the art of meditation, the art of yoga, the art of all these different things, Kyron is right there because I actually participate in a lot of that. So
that's great. He's being exposed to a lot of variety of life then, and different artisans and adults and options that he can choose to go with if he wants to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's perfect. I got kind of a little question for Cassandra that's off of the divine. It's not a divine purity question exactly, but I like to bring a piece in from time to time. This one isn't framed yet, but it's called Ocean of Tears. And I'm going to kind of put Cassandra on the spot a little bit. And because I've noticed since my work's hanging downtown at KVL Massage and more people have seen a body of my work, it's really interesting getting to find out what other people see in my work. It's sometimes completely different than I see or maybe even intended. And I find it fascinating. This is Ocean of Tears, and it's an acrylic painting on canvas. And I'm not sure if you can, some people don't even make it almost becomes the waves. Whoops, there went my video feed. Okay. So there we go. Little lag there. Sorry about that. And then the boat in the background as she's yearning, it's all in blues and sunset, kind of a cast in the background, and her hair kind of is golden and shimmery, and it goes into the waves as they come forward. And her skin is actually blue like the water because she's a mermaid. And in the foreground is a seagull that almost like pops out of the canvas flying forward. and she's yearningly looking back at the ship because she's a mermaid, and of course she's in love with the sailor. I mean, so this is the typical, story of all time, the mermaid and the sailor. So ocean of tears. And I'm just going to kind of ask Cassandra to I told her too much already, but I wanted you all to know what we were looking at here. And just to get a reaction, or what do you see in that, or how does that make you feel? Because art's about, I looked up the definition, and it's about something that creates a feeling or emotional response in us. And that's why I also believe artisans like you are included in arts. There's crafts, there's arts, there's craftsmen. And if you're Sab Cupelli, radio towers are art as far as he's concerned, and you can't deny that, because if he finds them beautiful and moving, they're art. We can't choose.
Right.
So, what does this make you feel? Or did you see the same things, or some people don't see this mermaid at first?
The mermaid looks like a wave. However, the first thing that comes to thought whenever I see this piece is freedom. You have a sailor doing his thing on his boat, and I also see acceptance. And you have a mermaid who's looking at the boat, and then you have a seagull. Everybody is vibing in their own space, being okay with where they are currently in life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. That's what this speaks to me. The colors are very soft, very calm.
Very interesting, because I see it as vibrant colors, although they are all blues, turquoise, and then a soft sunset in the background. So I understand that. I do see that, but very interesting, because there's the optimist in you. To me, I might look at it and I think, but she's sad because she's not with her sailor love. And you're saying, no, they're all chilling in their own environment. They're good. And, as an artist, I just want to share compositionally something, because
go ahead.
Chiron is here. And see this Chiron? Okay. The composition of this is something, I learned in college, and I don't consciously even do it, but it travels around. Your eye travels from one object to the other, and then the seagull almost comes out at you. So it's an interactive piece that helps people to stay engaged.
Yes.
So that's something I like to teach children, when I do teach them about composition, color, line, how to feel comfortable producing a piece of art when they don't feel that they're able.
Right.
And that's a gift I've been given, that I can take a child, almost any child, and help them to produce something they're happy with and get that dream started, if that's what they want.
I know that I can't wait to see the magic that you guys create when Chiron works with you.
There we go. I can't either.
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be exciting.
Yes.
And I know they loved the first time, and it's so funny that I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Totally.
It was fun. And I mean, it was
I think I just was thinking about the fried chicken, and that was... Ooh, that was good.
Yes, I did. I did fried chicken that night.
So that's an art right there. Let me tell you. That was good.
Yes,
chicken.
I am my grandmother's child.
That was so good. So, so this is, just an interesting part of art. And then, what about that part of your, designing a website, creating your packaging, your approach, your logo? I mean, you sent 2 logos out on Facebook, right? And you had people almost like voting on them.
Yes, they were the same logo. They were just different colors.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the same logo. Let me tell you guys, whenever I tell you I'm blessed beyond, just beyond. I can't even put it into words. But I met my graphic designer. His name is Jeffrey Bowles. No, it's not. Jeffrey Belk. I'm putting 2 different names
Thanks,
together.
Kyron. See, that's why we got him over here.
Oh my gosh. Jeffrey Belk. And we worked together at the Johnson Group many years ago, and we became really, really good friends. And from that, I gave him an idea. He did my first logo for Divine Purity when it was a mentoring program. Okay. So I went back and I told him what I wanted this time around. And he designed that beautiful logo that you see, which a lot of people don't notice. It looks like an S, but it's actually a D and a P, and they're made out of leaves.
Wonderful.
Yes. And so we were able to come up with that logo, and we just kind of changed the color of it in order to make it pop a little bit.
Yeah, I know which one I voted for, and I think it's your current one.
Yes,
I like
it
it
is.
a lot. And that's funny, because that reminded me of another thing happening with, you're talking about a mentoring program. And Swine Gallery, which is in the Enzo's Market building, and it's connected to, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Signorama Art House, and it was the brainchild of Chris Dortch, and that's opening May 14th, and they have a similar mentorship premise from what I'm understanding. I read a little bit about it, but it sounds like a similar thing where their goal is to help local artisans and things to develop their business plan, how to, give them some workspace potentially. I'm sure there's protocols involved, but those mentoring programs and other artists reaching out, that's the thing about Chattanooga that I love. And I do want to mention this is AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. I'm Jill Ann Collins, VanguardArtistry.com. My work can be seen currently at Kvel Massage. That website is kvel.com. And we have Cassandra Tucker.
Yes.
With Divine Purity and Divine Purity Natural.com.
Yes.
Okay. And there's a lot of information on Cassandra's website. She's an avid believer in what she does and creator of what she does, and even the artistic parts of it, the choosing of the colors of the glass, the way the products look and feel and smell, the quality ingredients, organic ingredients whenever possible. And like she said, you can take those candles and literally dip your finger in there and rub it on your skin, and it's coconut oil and essential oils. Isn't that correct?
Not essential oils. A lot of people say that if you notice that with essential oils, they mostly come with a diffuser. Right. You're not supposed to burn essential oils.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people think that you can, but actually when it gets to a certain temperature, it actually becomes carcinogenic.
Okay.
Which means cancer causing.
Yes. So what are you scenting the candles
I
with?
use a phthalate free, I can't ever say that word, fragrance oil, which is a really high quality fragrance oil that is good for the skin and for candles.
Awesome. And then it's also safe when you're burning it. You're not putting carcinogens in the air.
That is correct.
Into your environment.
That is correct.
Excellent. I would have never known that. Even though I've been in the wellness industry and worked with essential oils, I did not know that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put them under direct. Now, if you want to use them in like one of the candle warmers, you know what I mean? The tart warmers, you can do it that way, but for it to be in direct contact with a flame.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Gee, I'll stop, sprinkling those essential oils in my candles now. But yeah, so, this is just really fun having Cassandra on here and just talking about all the parts of the arts in Chattanooga, because if we just had visual art, or we just had theater, or we just had musical art, and we didn't have other local entrepreneurs like this, it would be a boring world. So this whole spectrum that we offer in Chattanooga, really, it's eclectic downtown. You've got the North Shore, the South Shore. You can spend hours and hours down there and not cover or find all the wonderful discoveries and treasures there are to see and do downtown. So
yes.
It's really growing. I know they're projecting more growth for Chattanooga. I'm projecting more growth for Divine Purity.
Oh, absolutely. This is only the beginning. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's just going to keep going. And also for myself, I'm kind of at the journey Cassandra's on as well, working very hard at letting that part of my life, which is my passion and love, take more precedence, put more effort into it. And Chattanooga welcomes it and supports it.
Absolutely.
And that's just amazing. So thank you for joining us at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio, the ArtBeat of Chattanooga. And thank you, Cassandra Tucker.
Thank you for having me.
And Divine Purity. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jr. He's got third. He's going for second. Earnhardt going for the lead.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is on the Motor Racing Network.
Hot News Talk 1240.
Hear it live on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.